Guess what? Hey, what's up, G? I beat the simulation. It's like, all right. You know they about to send you back. Like, you know about to send you back, G. Like, you right. You on your deathbed, G. You might as well die right now, yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell you. When niggas walk around with that YOLO dumb shit, when your boy Drizzy tell y'all some YOLO shit, he is an archon in a sense.
I know the struggle seem mandatory. Young nigga bout to cash out. I know the struggle seem mandatory. A young nigga bout to cash out, cash out. Yeah, yeah. I know the struggle seem mandatory. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A young nigga bout to cash out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know the struggle seem mandatory. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A young nigga bout to cash out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know the struggle seem mandatory. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A young nigga bout to cash out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know the struggle seem mandatory. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Doing right and getting penalized. Seeing the world through the devil eyes. Speaking the truth, couldn't stop the lies. And through the hate, I'm immortalized. Time will tell, will I prevail? I made it to hell, they want me to fail. Take a L, but I can't lose. I can't snooze. My hopes and dreams, it revolves around buying my little girl shoes. My lifestyle wasn't given. That's why you see my black ass chasing the green, dodging the state prison. I thank the Lord just for living. Gotta keep the bond in order to win and just to stay winning. Another day, another dollar. Take the lead, no time for greed. You succeed and they soon follow. Never worry about who's hotter. I just stay in my lane. Far as the hate, there's a whole lot of. I grab a leap and get my roll on. Sometimes I don't know when to let go of the hold on. Got no time for the stressing. Every minute and every hour, I thank the Lord is a real blessing. Stack that money to the roof. Just know that currency is man-made and love is the real root. To succeed, I smoke my weed. I'm knocking on heaven's door. I done lost my keys. A young nigga bout to cash out. I know the struggle seem mandatory. A young nigga bout to cash out. I know the struggle seem mandatory.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Black Wall Street Bets Taco Tuesday, where we talk about currency only. Today we are here with Empire Professor Ras Natty. What's going on, brethren?
In the building, y'all know how we about to start off. I need to go to about to get some market recon going. I'm about to jump into this show and get everything off running.
Okay, market recon. Bitcoin is currently at $47,391, down 0.12%. This is at 41.63%. Just a fun fact at this point. Ethereum is at $3,385, up 0.13%. So Ethereum's up damn near 12%, and Bitcoin's down damn near 0.12%.
How much Ethereum is that?
0.13%.
Oh, what you were saying that they down? What you were saying? Oh,
Yeah.
one is up almost 0.2.
Yeah. One's up 0.12, one's down 0.12. Solano's at $110. Polkadot's at $22. That is at ring that bell, ring that bell, ring that bell. Better late than never. Alrighty, that is at 7 cents. Kasamo is at $190. What else is on here? Luna's at $106, up 4% on the day. You got BNB at $432, down 0.38%. You got ADA at $1.18, down 1%. Doge is at 14 cents, down 2.32. Hey, down 2.4%. Litecoin is at 127, down 1.22%. So we are seeing some retracements.
What is that?
Because a lot of these bros were just making little rallies.
And why they not making rallies? Niggas got 4%. Everybody basically up, right?
Everybody. Doge is down in the red.
Doge been stopped moving.
Litecoin is in the red.
Litecoin and Doge is moving before Bitcoin was moving. Yeah, but no, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just trying to figure out what was your angle, because this market look. But yeah, all you said was retracement. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's a small little retracement, though, is what I really want to emphasize on. Yeah, this is not a re. We might have to check, see if this is a 2 hour down. I'm not sure.
For who? Bitcoin?
Okay. I mean, not the 2, the 4. All right, but
the 4 hour been went down, right?
No, it was just the 2 earlier. Also, no, they didn't do it yet. Yeah. You do to see what the RSI at, which is why every time it flips, this happens.
Oh yeah. Yep. Okay. You have Chainlink at $17, up 1.84%. Mana's at $265, down 2%. Sand is at $345, down 2%. Theta's at $386, up 1%, roughly 2%. ApeCoin is at $13.39, down 5%. Phantom is at $1.40, down 1%. GRT is at 46 cents, up 4% on the day. No, that's not Polygon.
What are you looking?
Polygon is Matic, right?
Yeah, that's the other one. That's Polyplastic. That's good. Well, not a great one, but spoke about that one a couple of times. Shows.
Yeah, it's a feature, and it's currently at 49 cents.
Okay, and you right there. So you already did Phantom. You did Sand and all those guys?
Yes.
All right, do Zill. Zill is a good one.
Zill is at 10 cents, up 6% on the day.
Yeah, Zill, I'm talking about Zill is a very unique one. This is one of them riskier ones, but you can make some nice little cheese from Zill. I wouldn't tell people just to randomly get on Zill, but
Okay, here's Polygon right here. Polygon's at $1.65, down 1%, arguably 2%, 1.67%. Crowcoin is at 46 cents, 47, excuse me, down arguably 2%. SHIB is down 0.9%. And yeah, anything else? Basic Attention Token is at 88 cents, down 1.35%.
Hey, but look, Empress, even we keep on saying pushing it towards you, they'll tell you that's propaganda. They'll tell you that's the beginning of it, because even in the article, they're explaining that. I'm cutting you off. What you were telling me about? I really want y'all to hear this. I thought I had the timestamp, but it was another one. So I ain't even about to run it, but I really want y'all to hear this because we said this last week, and see, just let me actually look at the Recon numbers because I actually just wanted to show you. Yeah, I ain't gonna flex. I just wanted to show you from the get go. Okay, Recon last week we said in order to be a bull, right? In order to be a bull, you have to be a bear. Right? Last week when we was talking and we was telling y'all these things and saying, yo, this ain't really berry, it's more so bully. Right? Last week BTC was 42. BTC was 42.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying it wasn't 48, bro. It was 42, bro.
$6,000.
Why do I say that the best time to invest is in the bear market? Because you ain't even got to be that smart. You got to be minimally smart, right? You got to kind of know the right ones. But what's the right one? Right? The right one is just, does it have the ability to come back? All right, so that's why I randomly brought ZIL into this. I don't think ZIL is a great coin. It has some great fundamentals to it, right? There's some things about ZIL that may be interesting to some people, but it ain't nothing really, right? But what you see with ZIL is one of them coins. Every time I take a screenshot on crypto.com, ZIL up 76%, 52%, 20%, 15%. Right. And so when Empress told me the price, I was like, oh, this is why. I never really focused on the price. I just really paid attention to the token. But now I'm 6 cents. Right. So when we tell y'all about being a bear in order to be a bull, that's exactly what we mean. I'm talking the market's still red. It's 47 right now. Market is red. And you would have bought at 42 last week. The market was red. There's only a few times you lose. You lose buying in a bull market and trying to reap your benefits in the bear market. Anytime you buy in the bear, if it's a great company, and you have to be assured that it's a bear market. Because I even think 42 wasn't completely bear market buys. We've been working back since we went back down to 34 and 33s. So, but nevertheless, right, Michael Saylor kind of made an announcement today. He said, yo, I bought against my Bitcoin that I already had, and I bought some more. I'm just telling you, he borrowed against the Bitcoin that he currently owned to have more capital to go buy more Bitcoin. Just telling y'all, we're doing it different, bro. Some people starting to see, and you don't have to go buy Bitcoin. You could have bought Ethereum. It was 2.9 last week, right? You could have got it. It's at 3.3 right now. I'm just telling you, bro, it's there. The growth's there in the bear market. When you want to get in the bull market and try to play with a bunch of micro sellers and a bunch of people that's just throwing bands in there, that number might be so temporary, bro, that it may never even get back there. Not Bitcoin, but I'm just saying some people's numbers kind of bad. I'm not sure if you had anything to say. My bad.
Nope. That's the conclusion of the market recon for the crypto.
But as far as your thoughts on that, though, like, what's your thoughts towards that angle of what I'm saying? Because I know you. I'm sorry. What's your thoughts? Last week, how we was explaining to the people about bear market versus bull market, how to make money really in the market in general, right? What's your thoughts on just all those things that we kind of laid out? And then seeing this week again where it's still technically red, but you seeing this at 47. So there's some people that bought at 48 that's like, man, we down a little bit. But if they listen to what we explained to them, they up. So now what's your thoughts on any of that?
Like Wall Street bets, it's a safe bet. I don't know. I don't know what else I could add on to anything besides what you said already.
Okay.
That was spot on.
No, that makes sense.
Buy the dip. That's all I can say. Buy the dip, and if you're good with technical analysis, you should know when that dip is. If you're not, tune into Black Wall Street Bets, figure out what is what, because usually when it hits a weekly going up, that's your bull market. Usually when it hits a weekly going down, you're about to be going down for probably 2 to 3 weeks, which is going to feel like a month. So yeah, you should wait. Check those RSIs out. trend line, so on and so forth, and figure out a bottom for you. Whether it goes down to more is irrelevant because you've done your analysis, and this is a logically sound decision that you're making. So you shouldn't have any real conviction as far as it being a bad idea.
Facts, right? And which is why so much bad investors made a lot of money off of doges and shit and things like that. Because the smart investors take sideline at first, trying to figure out why did it make sense, right?
Yeah.
So it was just, that's exactly what Empress is saying, basically, bro. Some people don't really know what's going on. They buy things because they heard other people say it. Some people say, yo, this is a low for me. I'm okay with this low. Like, you just got to figure out why you're buying. You can't just be buying some shit because you just seen it at 48. It may be on its way down. Like, it may have just went to 48 to go down to 10, right? So you have to just be very careful of how you're investing and how you're looking at these different setups.
You just have to know where you are in the market. You are in a weekly uptrend, and the weekly uptrend has been running for 2 weeks now.
You got to start looking. Yeah, you got to start looking for the next uptrend. Or you know how I like to do it. I like to do tests. Just another test, right? So say you're already in the weekly. You may say, yo, I'm not even going to get in right now. I'm just going to wait for the weekly to test. Then I'm going to just get in on that one.
Yeah, mark your calendar.
Right, so, yeah, you that's not a bad thing, sitting on the sideline at times. I heard somebody saying that the worst way to make money or whatever is to be forced to trade or something like that. He's like, you don't really make your best decisions, right? And I was like, fair enough. It makes sense, right? So that's the thing I'm kind of trying to tell y'all. Just don't
force it.
Yeah, right. If it's nothing there, it's nothing there. Right. Even though most people in the market say there's always things there, which is why me and Empress explain things like this. We don't really trade stocks, commodities, and none of that shit. We trade numbers, right? Price movements, right? Assets, and like that. That's how we looking at it. Oh, that's an asset. Boom. You got numbers. The numbers go up and down. Let me see them. These numbers don't let it go up and down though. Let's look at some other numbers. Oh, these numbers go up and down. I like it. Look at this. Look how far it went up. It's coming down now. We got some nice support right here. Right, all those things is you going in and analyzing data, and that's fundamental. Right, you're not even technically analyzing this moment. You're just looking at it for the number sake of it. All right, what was the 52-week low? Okay. All right, good. Them boys holding some levels. All right, who people talking about it? Let me type it in on Twitter real quick. People talking about it. Let me find. Matter of fact, let me go on their website because all these coins have websites. I'm going on the website, see if people are using the website, see if I can use the website. The website straight. Right, that's how you got to build on these investments. You can't just go in there and just get shit, bro. I'm telling you, everybody got a website. Probably people don't even know that. Everybody got things that they call white papers. Right, there's things for everything, right? So you ain't got to just be buying stuff and betting on somebody else. Even the brother Inky said this, right? Brother Inky said, because if me and Empress is having a back and forth a discussion, and me and Empress may disagree about a way of investing, and we talk about a bunch of P&Ls and just a bunch of stuff, right? You, as the audience, may not know nothing about crypto, so you may just be like, I think she right, bro. Look how he's getting mad about it. Or man, look, you feel me? All those things because you don't know, and that's what we're explaining to you. You can know, and you should have a basic understanding. So when two people are having a higher discussion, you understand where the bases are, so you could understand who is right and who is wrong instead of you just going in there and saying, "Yo, I like that person's personality. Yeah, the way they give it up seems cooler to me. It seems like they more." You feel me? Like, nah, that has nothing to do with nothing. Yeah, I don't care if you like him. I don't care if you feel like he's mean. I don't care about none of that, right? You have to understand what these two people are talking about. And it doesn't make sense, right? Most of the time it don't. It's just the personality that wins us over, and then we fuck around and choose the person that don't know anything, and the person that know everything left on the sideline because his personality wasn't poppy enough for you, right? Nobody felt his energy or whatever people may say. So we have to get basic understanding of just simple things. The simple things, like I said, we ain't gotta know everything about the goddamn earth, but we gotta just know some simple things. We gotta know what gravity means. Okay. What's that mean? You gotta know some simple stuff about health. Okay, cool. They tell me about I'm black. and they got carbon, and they giving them melatonin to sleep, and then we was talking about secreting melanin for your third eye, sure, but you sleeping with the melanin, so that may be DMT or some type of dream. Right, all those simple things, it'll send you on a motherfucking wild goose chase. But if you don't know none of those things, you stuck where we left you. If a nigga come in and say one thing, that's all you know. That's all we have, right? So you have to. I tell you, we always do sourcing. We always do the education. We don't even come in here as too much focus on complete trading, because everything we telling you is gonna show you. It's gonna show improve once you get into the trading field, and you be like, oh snap, this is what he was talking about. This is what he was. Even everything is gonna come rushing to you, right? But we don't just come on here and just throw tickers out and just say little fantastical things, right? We just try to explain things, explain to people how they view the different setups, why they need to see the different setups, what the different setups mean, how to react if the setup goes against you. Well, shit, if it's still in line with then you may want to wait. Okay, how to figure out when to stop out, or should you stop out? Right, all these things are very important, very, very important in the market, and especially in a quote unquote bear market, right, where you may buy something that was up a percentage the day before, and the next day gave all that percentage back and more. All right, so this investing thing is very, very. It's not hard, but it's methodical. I hear a lot of educators say this. They say find the style that fits your personality, and I firmly believe something like that, right? Or even where it say, for every gift you have, the Most High has an occupation, in a sense. Not in the sense that you're working a job, though, but everything that you do, there is something unique about what you do, and there's a spot for you on this planet for that gift. And we all got to understand that. Right? But you ready for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. You want to go to durables?
No, I just want to see who's doing good.
Okay, well, Microsoft is up nearly 2%. Google is up 0.74%. Facebook is up 2.8%.
And all those guys are in the same category over there?
Technology services, yes. SaaS.
Okay. Oh, those are SaaSes?
Software service?
So yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Netflix is up 3.52%, nearly 4% on the day. PayPal is up 4%. What else we got over here? IBM is up 0.36%. Yeah, Shmone's in there. Apple is up 1.9%. Nvidia is up 1.55%. AMD is up nearly 3%. Who else is in here? Lockheed Martin is up. Well, is down.
Okay.
1.7%. Visa's up 3%. Berkshire Hathaway B is down 1.24%. JP Morgan is up 0.22%. Where is Goldman? Okay, Goldman's up 1.30%.
Goldman been taking a beating.
What else is going on?
Goldman chart is actually in actually in a good place based on a lot of the beating it took. It will kind of wiped out a lot of its gain. So I think only downtrend there possibly is a yearly, and I don't think that's close. So Goldman got some nice
gains coming.
Yes, ma'am. Got some nice legs. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Amazon is up 0.19%. Walmart is up 0.84%. Who else is on here that I like? I don't see anyone. Oh, Lowe's. Lowe's is up 2.71%.
Nice work.
What is this? Health technology. Pfizer's down 1.0%. Johnson & Johnson is down 0.05%.
That whole sector took a beating. That whole sector for the
Health
most
technology
part took a beating. Yeah, it was I'm seeing Neo Geonomics, Avena Healthcare, which is another one. Ooh, so yeah, that was it. Well, shit, Reita Pharmaceuticals was up, but yeah, for the most part today, what I analyzed, there was a lot. Matt, exactly. Check. Let me know how the energy sector right there did.
What energy sector?
Yep.
Energy and minerals?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. ExxonMobil was down 0.53%. Chevron was down 1.22%. Who else is in here? I'm not familiar with Valero's up 0.32. Up 0.32%. Hr.s was up 0.25%.
Okay, so they had some small gains.
Yeah, most of this market was red.
Okay, because what's interesting is I noticed that
Marathon was up 1.43%.
I like Marathon. I noticed that I don't know what category they'll put Tesla in. Let me know what category they're Tesla in right now. Consumer durables, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I know. I don't see. Oh, okay,
Tesla was up. Lordstone was up. These are all EVs too. Tesla, Lordstone, the other one, Rivian.
Ford.
Rivian, how Ford did? Ford was up too.
6%.
Yeah, Ford was up. You know, they got the EV boy coming out. I see Activision in there. But after this though, I'm not gonna lie. Matter of fact, no, we're not gonna do it like that. The thumbnail is the Bears. Okay, we're gonna do that at the end. So yeah. All right, cool. We're gonna go to Activision next after this. But I'm just seeing Activision right here, and it's just the thought.
What? As far as charting?
Yes. Well, not as well. I have an article about them.
Oh, okay.
Right, and Microsoft is up. Microsoft is up big. I heard Microsoft wasn't able to get the deal done. This brother gotta be talking about the deal with Activision.
That's the article?
Because remember early on, we was talking about, these casts, probably a month or so back, right? We was talking about Microsoft acquiring Activision and how that was going to change shit up because they already got gaming. And now they got one of the biggest game makers. Activision is giant, right? So I'm thinking, when you get Activision over there on Microsoft, you can do this. So I already thought that deal was locked in. The way they announced the deal, the way everything was sounding, we all thought the deal was written off, and for sure the deal was done, wrapped up in a bow. But they're both up today. I want to, like I said, we're gonna do probably a little bit of chart watching at the end of the cast. I want to see how Activision looks, and also how Microsoft looks. But yeah, they're both up. Microsoft had a better day though, right? Microsoft had a better day. But
you ready to get into Activision right now?
Yeah, for the most part, unless you got any more, John, over here we wanted to run through.
No.
Tesla, how much percent of Tesla was up on the day?
Where did it go?
They're at the bottom now.
0.71%.
Okay, so nothing crazy.
Nope. Rivian took the cake. A whole bunch of Billionaires got in there.
Rivian, you don't see Lordstone on there? They don't have Lordstone on there? I don't even know the ticker.
Lordstone is what? EV?
Yes, ma'am. The ticker is RIDE. Exactly. I remember we would be playing this shit on. I thought I seen this one. I remember always looking at RIDE.
RIDE token.
Go to stocks.
Next one.
Nah.
Look at the ratings. You see it? Buy. No, but it is up 12% on the day. Currently at $3.50. Lordstone Motors Corporation.
Okay, so they didn't have a bad day, but you said analysts. What you say? Analysts didn't buy.
Strong sell, neutral buy, strong buy, and it's at a buy. Wait, analyst rating.
Yeah.
It says sell.
And then who that is that there that's on buying?
Technicals.
Oh, okay. Analysts don't know how to read technicals. I tell you that for sure. Every time I hear analysts talk, I'm like, man, look at this one. Yeah, analysts, they don't. Technicals ain't they genre. It just ain't they genre.
52-week high was $15.80.
And what is it currently at?
$3.50.
Oh man.
Yeah. The low was $1.99.
We might have to do some fundamentals. Yeah, this sound like something that you would definitely have to do some fundamentals with.
All right, so Activision. I see you have 3 articles in here.
Yeah, I want to run through all of them really, but one of them is short. Yeah, so you can start from the beginning, but one of them is short.
Bloomberg.
Yeah, that one's short, so you could run that one.
To read full article logged in.
Yeah, it's short.
Okay. Activision $69 billion Microsoft deal draws pension fund suit. Suit. Here's a little bit of the information. The court is Dell chapter. I don't know if this is Delaware. Track docket is number 2022-0281. Judge is Kathleen St. Jude McCormick, and company info is about Activision Blizzard Incorporated. A Swedish state-run pension fund sued Activision Blizzard Incorporated in Delaware. Okay, so DEL is Dell. Over allegation that its planned $68.7 billion sell to Microsoft Corporation was engineered to exploit the beleaguered gaming giant sexual harassment crisis by shortchanging its stockholders. What does that mean?
To be Uyghur? You said Uyghurs?
No, by shortchanging its stockholders? How are they going to do that?
Read it again, though. The Uyghur boy?
Engineered to exploit the beleaguered gaming giants?
Click on beleaguered.
Huh?
Click on beleaguered.
Okay. Like, click on it to search.
Yep, look it up.
Oh, okay. In a very difficult situation, the board supporting the beleaguered director amid calls for his resignation.
Okay.
Okay, so beleaguered gaming giant sexual harassment crisis.
By
shortchanging its stockholders. So, like the major stockholders, or just stockholders?
Yeah,
in general?
just stockholders in general by buying the company up, right? And whatever they may do with it, I'm not sure if it'll be what they'll really do. Would they slash the price in half? Would they? And then even if you're talking about that aspect, right, where it's the major. What is it? Is it stockholders or shareholders?
Stockholders?
Yeah, I think they'll just be talking about just anybody. Like, why would they say it like that, right? Stockholders, like, what the fuck that mean? But yeah, in the simple concept, I think they'll just be saying buying the company up, the company going defunct in a sense, because the company is not the company no more. So now all the investors got swindled. They got shortchanged. You know, this nigga shortchanged you, bro, by swindling you. And man, you thinking a company, like a lot of people bought Lucid. I think it was Lucid Motors or one of these companies because they thought they were going to turn into another company.
Mm-hmm.
The plan was for another company to buy it and them to be able to profit like that.
Mm-hmm.
It never happened. Think about the other company. I think they're still out here. The one, I think it's Lucid. The one dudes that did it's Nikola.
Mm-hmm.
A lot about their trucks.
Yeah.
Right? It's always that thing where the company could buy these companies and have maybe these shareholders thinking something's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right, there's a bunch of different things, but I want to see because I know there's another little John. Go keep on reading.
The lawsuit filed in Delaware Chancery Court, seeks internal files from Activision to investigate claims that the merger reflects an effort by embattled Chief Executive Bobby Kotick to insulate himself from widespread demands for his termination over the company's legal and public relations woes. So yeah, that is the conclusion of that article.
Yeah, so that is for sure, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Bounce in, bounce out of this one real quick.
Okay.
But this is just setting the stage. Remember, I was telling y'all that they said that the deal fell through. We're trying to figure out why they saying the deal fell through. All right. So now we're coming right here.
Judge approves Activision Blizzard $18 million settlement in sexual harassment suit. This is just one of many lawsuits the video game giant is facing over its workplace culture. The company recently announced it was being acquired by Microsoft. Are these men filing these lawsuits or women? Because if it's women, I'm sad. We're never going to be allowed in these spaces anymore. Anyways, Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick has long faced criticism for how he dealt with allegations of sexual discrimination and harassment at his company.
I was about to say, but the actual, I don't know if you remember the situation, but the situation was they were saying he was like one of those guys that was paying, and he almost said it, I'm paying the man more than a woman. He's saying for that, and they were setting it up as like they doing equal work and type vibe, in the same position, whatever situation is. He was paying the man more still. So that was really what was his situation. And then he was saying he'd try to do, force himself on the woman. There's a lot of the allegations. Yeah.
Poor us. Anyways, Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick has long faced criticism for how he dealt with allegations. I read that part. A California judge says she will approve a settlement between video game giant Activision Blizzard and the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. The case stems from a complaint the federal agency filed in September after a years-long investigation alleging that employees at Activision Blizzard were subjected to severe sexual harassment and pregnancy discrimination, and that the company engaged in retaliation against employees who complained. The settlement includes an $18 million fund for eligible claimants who worked at the company starting from September 1st, 2016. Our goal is to make Activision Blizzard a model for the industry, and we will continue to focus on eliminating harassment and discrimination from our workplace, said Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick in a statement. The court's approval of this settlement is an important step in ensuring that our employees have mechanisms for recourse if they experienced any form of harassment or retaliation. The EEOC's lawsuit is just one that the company has faced recently for its alleged toxic workplace culture. The California Department of Fair Employment and Housing is also suing the company for equal pay violations, sex discrimination, and sexual harassment.
Mm-hmm. So I remember when the California people, they were saying that they had a frat boy culture, right, where a woman was constantly fending off unwanted sexual advances. Yep. It's a bunch of nerds, bro.
It's my work wife.
It's a bunch of fucking nerds, bro. My bad for disrespecting y'all, bro, but y'all know y'all nerds. Bro. It's a bunch of nerds, bro. Why is a woman in? Like I said, maybe we definitely need to get better. But how a woman feel if it was hey, fuck it. Keep on doing it.
I think it's just going to lead to the same situation with China having all of our workforce. It's Americans just complain about unions and not having benefits and not getting paid enough, blah, 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 blah. It's complaint after complaint. Before you know it, they're just a multinational company with all their labor force in other countries because It's just like after a while, it's like, bro, come on, bro. There's other things I have to worry about besides you freaking complaining to all these weird agencies that are created out of like pop-up shops. It's just like, I'd rather not hire women. I just rather not. It's just too controversial. I've never had men complain. The end.
Yeah, we gotta change the work culture though, even the way we dress. Right? All these times, and then even the sun to come out. So there's a lot of research being done on it to where they're saying, yo, people in these close vicinities, they start getting attraction to each other. So a lot of these things come, and they even came up. I think I can't remember the exact number. I don't want to say a wild number, but upwards of 50% easy of the marriages and relationships starts at the workplace. So even it's like we know what workplace is about technically now. So they even say, nah, but we're gonna hit a work, but people but it's the stats say different.
And fraternizing area for adults.
Right. So if the woman coming into Activision, how much years have they been working there? Right? Because this may be something completely new to these kids, bro, that's sitting behind these screens, and they probably used to watching weird, man, bro, there's cartoons. There's cartoons that people have doing sexual activities, bro. These people probably the ones creating these shits, bro. They make TV shows with characters thick, or they have them voluptuous, have the different origins of people like to say things. But bro, these are the same guys, bro. These are the same. Just like I was explaining to Empress, like, what is a child? These video games and all these little jobs are made by these type of guys. They're just boxed in. And this is how they express themselves. Frat boy, I'm guessing. But we know it ain't frat boy in that sense. Because we know ain't no frat boys in goddamn building no goddamn games. Right? So unless the frat boys are smart and they just play dumb.
You just stereotyped a whole bunch of people.
Frat boys are known to be dumb.
Stereotypically speaking.
But there are some frats that's smart frats. Do they call those frats? Or do they call those societies? Those are frats? Like, what does even frat mean, bro? Fraternizing.
What them bros do?
These are my fraternizing brothers.
The Q.Rs. You saying they're not smart?
Yeah, it's only one group out of everybody, the alphas. But Omega's not really known to be smart. They known to be buff bros. Yeah, but alphas, they known to be smart. Yeah. Okay. Muscle versus brain.
Alrighty. According to paperwork filed with the court, the DFEH had tried to move to intervene in the case, but was denied by the judge. Claimants who applied to receive money from the EEOC settlement waive any rights to any monetary relief provided by the DFEH lawsuit. The company is also facing an investigation by the Securities and Exchange Commission over its handling of sexual harassment and discrimination allegations. What? I thought they just dealt with money. Anyways, Activision Blizzard is currently in the middle of being acquired by Microsoft in a nearly $69 billion merger. That deal is still pending approval by federal agencies. That is the conclusion of that article.
Click on the investigation. Let's just see what they're talking about. More on the investigation into the game. Publisher giant Activision Blizzard. NPR's Audie is speaking on this. We're ready.
Audie Cornish.
Cornish.
Regulatory and legal problems for one of the nation's biggest video game publishers are getting deeper. The Securities Exchange Commission is investigating Activision Blizzard over its handling of yada yada yada. You read that? Now, if you're not familiar with the company, you may know the names of its popular game franchises: Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, and even Candy Crush. Well, the Wall Street Journal broke the news on the SEC investigation, which comes after a summer of turmoil for Activision Blizzard. The Wall Street Journal's Christian Grind is here with more.
Grind. Before the SEC got involved, there was a lawsuit. There were other investigations into the company about sexual harassment and what one complainant called a frat boy culture. What does that mean? Laughter. Like, can you give us an example?
Right. Well, unfortunately, it means almost exactly what it sounds like. That at this very big video game giant, that there was a terrible culture. According to the state's lawsuit that involved a lot of drinking, women not comfortable being at work, and just a lot of allegations of Activision being not a good place to work.
So you have had the Department of Fair Employment and Housing in California sued them. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission going after them. Who else?
The National Labor Relations Board also is looking into it. And then the SEC is the latest in that. It also is quite rare that so many agencies would be looking at these workplace culture issues. What is happening now is that federal security regulators also are interested, which significantly ratchets up the pressure on Activision.
You said it ramps up the pressure, but can you talk about why the SEC has been called in? What are they investigating at this point, goddamn?
Yeah, so this is really interesting development, actually, because the SEC looks at what the companies are disclosing to investors and the public. So the SEC is really concerned about what the company released in terms of some of the workplace problems, right? Did they disclose them properly? Should they have told investors more? And so, unlike some of the other agencies as well, they're going directly after Activision's board of directors, as well as high-level executives, and its longtime CEO, Bobby Kotick.
Okay, so we're done with this one. We can actually go pull up the next article, because what we're seeing here, what happened is they want them to disclose this.
Mm-hmm.
They say, yo, you got to let us know that. And that's what I was just telling Empress earlier before, if y'all heard anything. I was saying, you can't just be setting yourself up as a company. Like, that's why I brought up Nicole, and I brought up a couple other companies. Like, there was plans for them to be with bigger companies or do bigger things, and they weren't telling us, yo, behind the scenes, these guys telling us they're not rocking with us, right? The same thing when we figured out where the brother David Sachs was saying that Blinken said that he told Zelensky behind scene. Yo, y'all not getting the NATO, bro. Like, this is what I'm hearing niggas saying, that niggas is being told behind scene. But publicly, we saying stuff like, yo, NATO, this door open. The SEC should look into them. SEC should look into them because they messed up the dollar. Maybe people would have been stopped investing into the ruble and the dollar and this stuff, because we would have knew that it was weird stuff going on. But they didn't disclose any of that information to investors. Isn't that a problem? Because you're telling me about just somebody like got some stuff going on in the workplace. What if nothing is made of it? What if nothing is made of it? I scare my stakeholders, and then something weird happens, which is why the thumbnail is what the thumbnail is that we have tonight. A little bear sitting there, a little teddy bear sitting there around all that FUD news. Mm-hmm. All that FUD news. This is what y'all doing right here, bro. They're not doing nothing to no stakeholders, bro. Something happened in the John, and these are allegations, bro. What do you want them to speak about? Hey, bro, some allegations happened, but I just need to let everybody know that if these allegations go through, it might be bad for us. I don't know, bro. We want everything to be too perfect. Like I heard people saying earlier, and like I said, matter of fact, I'm not even going to belabor the point, because something was said earlier about what the Joseph have coming up, right? And when I get to Joseph, I'm going to jump from Joseph into the other one. So I'm not even about to run into it right now. I'm not even going to run into it. Hold on, what? You got some cool, John, you could do?
That's just for comments. I'm trying to figure out if I can shift 7 my way to the other screen. No, I cannot. Alrighty. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what exactly did they want to disclose to the shareholders about Activision. Hey, we have a whole bunch of not frat guys acting like frat guys.
Yeah, man. It's allegations.
What's next? Hey, we have a whole bunch of Republicans working for Activision.
I'm just telling you, we might need to let them know that we have some guys that have been doing some things that may come back to bite us. And it's like, bro, but what if they're not doing anything? These are allegations. Mm-hmm. What do you want me to really say? Yo, we got a couple allegations this morning, bro. HR been calling. HR's been saying this and this is going on. Like, what do you want me to say? What can I possibly say about allegations at the workplace that I'm thinking should stay in the workplace until this is disclosed? There's nothing to do with nobody. Hey, bro, at the workplace today.
A woman said she was unhappy. She didn't like working there.
Hold on. What happened? The guys next to her was drinking while working. Okay.
They were in there microdosing something called shrooms.
And they were laughing.
How dare they? Maybe the STEM women are stiff.
So what you saying? They're not touching y'all or nothing? Well, not really. But
they might as well have.
They get loud. They talk about women. It's just, it's too, bro. Why are you still working there? Like, who is it bad for? Is it only bad for the woman? Come on, bro. You can't do that.
No, it's
bro.
definitely uncomfortable for the guys that have to walk on eggshells.
Yeah, bro. It's like, bro, we always drink in the office, but then now we're gonna say, yo, you can't drink in the office.
Someone's mom's working here now. Karen's here.
And see, man, that's the thing with public opinion, because everybody in the public, right? Nobody in the public think it makes sense to drink in the office. So everybody gonna say, come on, bro, they were drinking in the office. But what if they was drinking in the office, getting all this work done? They created all these games. Then I don't know, bro. Like, what are they doing wrong?
If it ain't broke. What
are they doing wrong, bro?
Yeah, I think we just have to understand that man caves exist in the workplace. And you either get with it or you get lost, sister. They're getting lost and complaining while they're going. I don't like that. But anyways, to each his own. File your complaints. Do what you gotta do. Ruin it for the rest of us. But anyways, buy Activision after FTC blocks the Microsoft deal. What? They're telling you to buy it after it gets blocked? What's the benefit in that?
Why not? Things have changed. Maybe people wasn't as interested in it when they was with Microsoft. It's like, man, Microsoft gonna change them, bro, into some weak shit. Mm-hmm. Microsoft don't know about games. Microsoft whack with games, right? Maybe they thinking like that. Mm-hmm. So maybe other people like, yo, I wish they stayed by themselves, bro. When the company was independent, we was doing good over here. So I'm just saying, maybe some people thinking like that. So he's gonna explore that idea. Should you or should you not?
You booster notifications. Did you get your booster yet? Bill Gates wants to know.
Right, because if they get with Microsoft might slow their growth down. They might be a growth company right now, a growth stock.
Microsoft has a narrative.
Microsoft is a blue chip company. Value, right? It's a value stock. Mm-hmm. It's not more so growth, right? It's gonna do what it's gonna do, but it's value, niggas. It's added value in a sense, right? Mm-hmm. With Activision,
well, value stocks, does inflation help them?
Majority of the time, because they're good companies. The thing is, bad companies really get punished under inflation. Did you remember what Judge was saying yesterday, Judge O'Brien, with the oil niggas?
No.
Man, Judge was going in with the oil niggas, bro. He said the oil that they use because what he did was he told us the timeline of how long it took to get oil.
Oh, it takes a year.
A year plus in America
after
to turn
it mined out of the ground.
A year plus in America to turn it from crude oil to the actual gas that we put in our car. The crude takes 6 months to come from wherever it's coming from. All these things he ran down. So that's down there 2 years. That's going to take you. So this oil is from 2 years ago.
I seen a bro put gas in his car and then try to pour some water in there to stretch it.
That boy going to kill himself. That boy going to kill himself. run this article.
What you saying? I can't run that same concoction. They run it with a crude oil.
Man, run this article by me, man. Your bro about to kill him, goddamn self.
And you know who it was?
Oh yeah, I hope he good.
Rich at Adama Adarole.
Yeah, he always doing his shit. He always want to do some skits.
Anyways, the odds of U.S. government regulators blocking the Microsoft / Activision Blizzard merger are quite high. Read why this would make ATVI stock a buy. Article by Paul Frank, updated March 29, 2022. All right.
Look behind him.
Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare, Sabotage.
Mm-hmm. That picture was purposely chosen. It said sabotage.
I have been explaining to investors that the odds of the U.S. Federal Trade Commission, also known as FTC, approving the proposed Microsoft Activision Blizzard merger are lower than most expect. I also suggested the morning of the announced transaction would be high water mark for ATVI's price. It reached $90+ in the pre-market as Wall Street digested the difficult antitrust environment for big tech players with Democrats. After Democrats took control of Washington politics in 2022. With a current quote of $79 versus a bid value of $95 in cash for each ATVI share, $69 billion in total. $69 billion in total. Experienced analysts and investors are not quite sure the transaction will be completed. I personally place the odds of a final takeover approval by U.S. regulators under 50%, perhaps closer to 25%. You and your speculating ass. Anyways, It has been reported a deal breakup fee of up to $3 billion will be paid to Activision if the FTC and Department of Justice refuse to allow another big tech merger that would necessarily consolidate the gaming industry and reduce competition. So here's what I project will transpire and how I plan to take advantage of a failed bid situation.
Oh, G pull this chats out. G pull this joint out, nigga.
2-year ATVI chart. Alrighty. You want to go through that or?
Nah, just keep on going down. Let me see the current 16%. 16% price discount versus the offer bid. It's clear. Testament by itself to investors' fear that the Microsoft ATVI adjustment will not be completed. Okay, keep on going down. Okay, yeah. So this for the most part is him just talking about his theory. Keep on going down. I want to see if he come up with nothing at the bottom. Just run through it a little fast. More bad news came out last week when it was revealed that FTC made a request for additional information from the companies. We're starting the clock on its review process. Okay, go down. Go down. Potential sell-off creates opportunity. What happens if the government say the deal cannot proceed with thousands of investors and arbitrage players betting on the merger transaction and rejection of the combination would definitely hurt demand for Activision share. I'm thinking the immediate stock price reaction might be a drop under 70 per share as merger arbitrage players sell in mass to a level closer to a 65 quote before the Microsoft offer was made public. Okay, so the Microsoft offer gave it that big boost, right? And that's where, okay, so that's why they saying that as far as shortchanging them, because it gave them a big boost to knock their head off their bodies.
You bought the news.
Yeah, right.
And it penalized you.
That's what it's about. However, the $3 billion breakup windfall would be a welcome development for the standalone. Yeah, that's all I'm thinking about, nigga. If you break us up, you got to pay us up too. Keep on going now. Keep on going. All right, go. Activision visit, income goes profit. Let's turn around, go down. Okay, so he's showing us a different charts. Go down. Okay, but I see you did your research. I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna check.
This is all the bros?
Yeah. I'm gonna check it out after the John. I don't want to slow the bill down. I ain't have no plan for all this.
Yeah, he did a whole analysis. Proud of him.
Yeah. Is it Audemars? Rolling. Shout out to brother Rolling, man. Forever paid. That's what the brother Rolling said.
Okay, seeking alpha will low recession rise in months ahead. That's where those charts derive from. Seeking alpha.
I think we should have one more Activision, or are we done with the Activision, boy?
Yeah, I think we're done. And when I say done, it was 3 of them. The Microsoft deal with the $69 billion, Judge with the sexual harassment, by Activision after the FTC blocks the Microsoft deal.
Then what is this right here that you on? Where did you get this article from?
Will low U.S. recession risk rise in the months ahead? From seekingalpha.com.
This might not be it. But what is that last one?
Massive campaign.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's at the end.
YouTube videos?
You can read this.
Okay.
All right, I got 2 YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know which one that is though.
Presidential Biden's budget proposal.
All right, go back. That's not it.
Robinhood scores after.
Okay, so yeah, we can jump into this video, and we could jump back to that inflation piece, and then we're about to jump back into the end of the show.
Three tickers that have caught our eye today. Now, my pick to start is Sony, ticker of the same name, SONY. Now, it's making its move to stay ahead in the war of the consoles with its new three-tiered subscription service. Now, even though shares are off their session highs, they're still slightly up for the day, about 0.2% there, still in positive territory, but also still down year to date. Now, this new PlayStation Plus service launches in June, and it's meant to rival Microsoft's Game Pass, a similar subscription Netflix-style service. Now, this will combine Sony's Plus service with its 48 million subscribers, and it also adds in PlayStation's Now service, and that has 3.2 million users, but it also gives access to more than 700 games altogether.
Michelle, my research includes a 14-year-old boy who jumped at the opportunity when I mentioned him, and I actually said it sounds like a really good deal. So I appreciate that added bill to my streaming. But the big question in the industry is, of course, that merger, Microsoft and Activision still on hold and looked like a green light initially, and now looking like that may not be approved after all, and that will really foretell the future of that entire industry in the short term. My play is Netflix. We've been talking a lot about the streamers this week, of course, because the Oscars, but now a new report from Deloitte has some bad news in it for the streaming networks, and it has to do with Gen Z and millennials. They are the most likely to cancel a streaming subscription. More than 50% of both groups have either canceled or added and then canceled a streaming subscription in the last 6 months. So they are shopping around constantly for new deals and new content. What they are picking up in increased numbers are social media content and gaming. Back to your originally point about that Sony subscription. So gaming is the big driver there in the Deloitte. So as for the stock NFLX, it is up today about 5% or about $17 a share to $395. But year to date, needless to say, it's been rough over the last year, down 23%.
And it's remarkable how both of the stocks that you picked actually tie into one another, as you were mentioning, Dave, because of the fact that one impacts the other and the fact that you don't have the number of, and this shines once again a light on the fact that all of the investments that streaming platforms had said that they were going to make either into a gaming type of play within their platform. Netflix had teased this arcade or some type of gaming play within their platform for years, and it looked like they were going to get that off the ground. Did not. There was not a ton of fanfare. And so at the end of the day, it does come down to how much of that attention, because it's a battle for screen time at the end of the day. And in the screen wars, gaming is going to continue to take share away from some of not just the streaming platforms, but also the social media platforms. And so how can all of these companies best position themselves in that future reality where virtual reality or the metaverse starts to steal away some of those eyeballs, the attention and time spent on their platforms? And so that's something to keep solely in focus, and the Deloitte Digital Media Trend Survey squarely laid that out, as you mentioned, as well. Just lastly here, one area that we hope continues to have a ton of fanfare for our sake is investing, and Robinhood is expanding the number of hours that people are going to be allowed to invest, and this adds on what they had already had in kind of their extended trading hours. But at the end of the day, we're taking a look at shares of HOOD on today's trading activity, moving higher as of right now, and on this announcement, jumping by about 25% earlier in the day. My return feed's just a little small here, so I'm trying to make out that number, but it looks like it's holding on to those gains. However, broader context of things still has a ways to go to get back to some of those post-IPO highs. We'll see if they can do this, but of course, this day and the move higher on the expanded amount of trading hours and what that order flow spread out over an extended period of time could mean for Robinhood, perhaps means less of that order flow back up where they're having to route that correctly and so forth. So at the end of the day, Robinhood investors at least latching on to this piece of news on today's activity here.
And that's one of those meme stocks that really open things up for retail investors. You know, they have to keep adding these caveats about sort of the risks of investing and doing your homework. So hopefully as they expand, some of those warnings will continue so that people don't just sort of jump in, buy the dip, and then panic buy. Hopefully there's also some teaching that'll go along with that expansion as well.
All right, hope so. Coming up after the break,
Right, and that's why we talk about the importance of our man, Empress, look what you did.
What happened? This? Huh?
What? What are you talking about? Are you really asking me that? You really asking me if that's what I'm talking about?
Oh, last time you were more. You got rebooted on the screen. So I was trying to figure out, was that the same situation? Because you were a lot more reserved this time. Sorry, I've been not tripping about the butt. Sorry, but yeah, Black Wall Street bet says Sony Plus.
Right, and the reason why these, I'm taking a few different things that I heard from them, right? Mm-hmm. They said Sony Plus. That's Sony, right, getting into the streaming wars.
Oh, Sony Plus is their movies?
They're trying to do
something.
So
everybody does Plus with their TV stuff.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, so this is Sony Plus games.
Okay.
But what they're more so competing with is something that Xbox has called Game Pass. Right, Xbox, you got Game Pass. They send you games for free. It's a whole shindig, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what I feel like they're doing with it initially. Right. But they're definitely going into the streaming space. They're trying to buy original content. I already kind of heard them speaking, even making their characters into movies. Like, think about Microsoft. Because we watched Halo the other day. We was rocking with the new little TV series. Mm-hmm. That's from Microsoft. I remember growing up, Microsoft was the only one that had that game. That was an Xbox game. Right, so that may be something original to their situation, right? So, bam. Then the brothers were saying something right here: Netflix, Gen Z, and Millies. So he got to be talking about millennials. Exactly, that's what I was about to say. I was say gaming is definitely one of the things that I seen when I was scrolling down that thread of what do single men do between the hours of 6 to 11 p.m. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of guys were saying gaming. Yeah, a lot of gamers. Yeah, those are the brothers that work at Activision Blizzard. Nigga. These are the frat boys that are Activision Blizzard. Yeah, these are the gamers, bro. They want to build games. They want to be free. Okay. All right, so with him saying this, what we was just hearing was that. Well, first of all, let's start with Netflix. Netflix, probably about 4 years ago, when Black Mirror first hit the scene, Empress. Mm-hmm. Netflix had where you can have alternate endings. You can kind of play the game. It was more so a metaverse type of. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. So I thought by now I would have had it off the ground. I remember they had a couple other games. The reason why I didn't play them a lot, because the first thing I was about to say, well, who has a controller when they're on Netflix? Isn't it something they're just streaming, just trying to watch something? Mm-hmm. And then if you think, if I got my controller on and I'm watching the movie, I mean, I just got to leave my controller on just random times. Yeah, I think the people that they're trying to make it more so for was teens and children. And I think it didn't really work as far as the children because it's like, who really trusts a child with the controller? Yeah, that's the main thing I'm saying. Okay. Yeah, that's the main thing I was setting up even. But I thought you were saying an aspect of, well, most people are watching either from their cellular device because most people don't own like a personal laptop, or you're watching on a desktop, which means you don't usually have a gaming keyboard or something of that nature. So it's like, this isn't even really, it's not convenient. It doesn't really make sense. It's like, can you give me the movie, please? Nah, most of these millies and Gen Zs, they all buying TVs and stuff. Right, so I know they're watching it, but I'm just saying because it's their terminology. I heard the kids saying Netflix and chill. They're not watching no computers. They ain't watching no little phone. They got them a TV up there on the screen. I'm just saying. You're talking about like
middle it, like 20 to 30?
Anybody that's really chilling, like, I'm thinking even when I was a child, if I was watching Netflix around my 16, 17s, I wouldn't have my controller on. So to even watch that movie right now, it'd be pointless.
Yeah.
So it really don't really leave me a lot of time to watch a movie that I'm fucking with. So probably like I don't know when. So that's why I'm rocking with your angle as far as it's definitely geared towards youths. But what's the purpose of it being geared towards youths if the adult need to be in there to kind of monitor it?
Yeah,
since it needs a controller.
I guess if you're spending time with your child and you're supervising them while they're watching it, it makes sense. But most people aren't supervising their children, so to even have that option is just, I don't know, it's rare.
No, it's not even that they're not supervising them, Empress. It's just the setup, right? It's I'm supervising them when I'm supervising them, but there's times that I just have them watching something, right?
And now this interactive question comes up.
Right, so I have to keep going in there also, which is taking my attention. So that's all I'm thinking. I'm just thinking about there's no real room for it. But when you go play video games, you're going to play video games. And the whole time you have the controller, something is going on. With a movie, you're literally into the movie, and then something pops up. You say, oh, snap, I got it. Actually,
I'm trying to think. Did it work on Yaya's tablet? I don't remember us doing any interactive stuff on there. We just did it on the gaming system, right? Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe it's only available to the gaming system people if you have it on your Xbox or something. Nah,
because I remember they had them on TVs. They had on the TVs, the
TV that was what, connect to an Xbox or?
Nah, them little TVs that come with them little sticks and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, just a regular TV.
Fire sticks.
Yeah. Even on the Blu-rays they got them. Like the thing is, it's built into the actual shit, so you will have it. But then now on the phone, that's where the trick come in, right? Because how do you click the buttons? How do you select which side?
Touch screen.
Oh, you just touch on whichever one. See, look, solution right there. That's even probably better for the youths. All right, and then it was saying the Gen Zs and Millennials, they switch from Johns quicker than anybody we ever seen switch from Johns. They said they'll download it, delete it, and re-download it and re-delete it.
Yo, that shit had me weak.
So they're really trying to see which one is the best one.
It ain't about no Gen Z Millennials, bro. I ain't got no money to be just holding on to subscriptions I ain't using. The fuck?
Nah, but he's saying they going through them though.
Yeah, these are young people with no real money.
Nah, what do you mean? They like all these theories you put.
He just put Gen Z and Millennials, right? And now he's trying to understand why they are literally hopping from subscription to subscription. It's cost effective.
What's cost effective about it?
Canceling my subscription when I'm not using it, and when something comes back on, I turn the subscription back on.
And like, who you like? That what you think they're doing? Because that's not what the stats. That's not what he's saying. The stats is saying.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. What are they doing though?
First of all, the number one thing we heard is that usually a lot of them they have 3 or 4 of them.
3 or 4 what? Accounts?
Different streaming sites.
Oh, okay, yeah, like Hulu, blah 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 blah. Yeah,
so that's the first narrative I heard behind it. But right now, what he's explaining is, and he kind of set the stage for it afterwards. But he was saying they're basically trying to see which one they like more. So it's based on content, right? Meaning that they'll go on, because I heard somebody talking about somebody giving me a reason to download Peacock. I don't know what the fuck Peacock is. People want to download Peacock now. Maybe people Peacock.
Oh, is that NBC?
I don't know. Oh, so maybe they had the Oscar. People want Peacock, goddamn. I'm just telling you, people download shit for different reasons besides money. These new people that I'm seeing, I don't think they focus on money. They said that they have never seen this much activity in the stock market. We can blame that on Robinhood. We can blame that on panic buying. But she made that joke at the end. Not a real joke, but she was saying, hopefully, well, Robinhood next. I'm going to leave y'all out of this. But I'm coming to y'all. I'm just telling y'all, it's just, people just in and out of things, Empress. I don't even know if it's cost effective no more, but definitely, that's one of the reasons, though. That has to be one of the reasons when somebody say, yo, I shouldn't
literally go be what's called publicists, get them a deal, and get paid for it. Because that could be a commercial.
What?
Say you want to combat like the millennials and Gen Z just hopping from streaming site to streaming site.
No, you can't do that because they do the same thing with music. They do the same thing with everything. It's an ADHD generation. It's not just streaming sites. It's everything that they're doing. Jobs.
Wait, what do you mean it's ADHD? Why are you saying that?
I'm telling you that it's an ADHD generation. It's attention deficit. These people are
because they are hopping from streaming site to streaming site.
They don't have long times to watch things. Which is
Hold on, brother. What you saying? You saying we got ADHD because we like flipping through channels?
Yes.
We don't want to stay on one channel.
No, it's not about one channel. People are switching through things at a faster rate before even understanding things.
Bro, that's what literally TV is. TV used to have Disney Channel, Cartoon Network, MTV, VH1, blah, blah, blah.
I'm thinking, all I'm telling you is maybe I grew up different from me, but in the house that I grew up in, you don't touch the TV more than 2 times.
What that mean?
You don't keep on pressing them goddamn buttons. You change the TV one time and we choose what we're watching and you leave it on that goddamn show till it's done.
Oh nah, see with us we watched one John, but once it went to commercial, we flipped to another John.
And I told you that I went and seen a brother doing that the other day, and I was like, "Babe, he was doing this every time a commercial. He went to another game." Nah, I won't race like that.
Yeah, we didn't tolerate commercials. It was the point.
But that leads to what I'm saying now, though, with all these kids that can't really learn. They can't sit still to learn anything. They can't sit still to take anything in.
A bad habit of flipping through channels.
Right? So I don't even know this thing about flipping through channels because even while we were flipping through channels, we still wasn't like that. But like I said, they're saying millennials and Gen Zs. But I'm looking at Gen Zs, so my bad, Gen Zers. I'm really talking about y'all. Millennials are about 40 years old. Right? 40 to probably about 20, about 22, I think a millennial will be probably about right now.
Wouldn't it be by the years?
What do you mean?
Because a 22-year-old is going to be a Gen Z eventually, right?
Huh?
I'm saying to say age is kind of bad because ages are continuously changing. But if you give us a year, millennials are born from this time to this time.
I'm in this year right now. Yeah, watching this video at this time while listening to me right now. So
you're saying a 22-year-old in 2022 is a Gen Zer?
Yeah, I'm saying like around this year that I'm in. These are the ages that you're getting these groups in.
Are you saying in 2022 and 2030 a Gen Zer is not going to be 22 anymore? Right? All I'm saying is we always reference these different generational, I don't even know how you want to group those words, but millennial, Gen Z, X, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. We always go by ages, and it's like, maybe we should figure out the years so it'd be less complicated, because every time we put ages, it's like it just changes with the generation.
No. Yeah, I'm saying, but that's just in context, which is why you can literally go on generation wise, and they're all years. They all.
Do you know them? On top of your head?
No, I don't care about them.
Okay.
So like you're asking me a relevant question.
Right.
I'm just telling you that I know the ages of these Gen Zs because I've done the research before. But that's not something that I'm on right now currently. Okay. And the main reason why I'm not, because I'm focused on my goddamn stocks right now.
Okay.
So I was just bringing something up to just make a point. So all I was trying to do is make a point. So yeah, when I threw the age out there, mm-hmm. First of all, everything I talked about today, I didn't give y'all no years for them shits. Y'all should know everything I'm talking about today is for today, bro. If you watching this in the future, nigga, this was filmed on 3/30/2022. Don't ask me about nothing else where you say, yo, T, but I'm 22 now, and it's like you're 22 now 6 years after I did that video. So I don't know what you're trying to tell me. You're still a Gen Z, just like you was a Gen Z back then. So matter of fact, if I give you an age right now, that age that you are right now, you stay in that group. You can't come out that group. So if I say that, yo, if you're 17, you are a Gen Zer. You could turn 100. You a Gen Zer, my guy. Right? And that's all I'm saying. So if everybody's listening right now, and y'all hear y'all age right now, and y'all like, damn, that's a cutoff for me. That means I'm in a Gen Z. And then you say, yo, T, when is it cutoff? I don't know. You should know. You should care about this shit, bro. I'm just trying to explain to y'all one simple thing. Mm-hmm. These younger kids Younger than the millennials. Because the millennials, and that's why I gave y'all the age of 40, and on the young edge it's about 22, because I'm talking right now. I'm just trying to give y'all some context of the difference in between the groups, though. Gen Z is younger than millennials. Millennials is, I would even, Cat Williams may be a bit older than a millennial, because I think he may be about 40 something, just a little, you feel me, just a little bit on the higher side. But his generation had Gen Zs. Some millennials had Gen Zs too. But Gen Zs come from Gen X. Gen X was crack. A lot of crack was done over there. So now when you see that, and then you say, damn, look at my kids. They can't focus. They can't sit still. A lot of us blame it on the perms that we used to get. Remember Detroit Red, Malcolm X had a perm. We all used to get perms back in the days, Empress. I'm surprised everybody didn't have alopecia back in the day. We got to go back and look at some of the old pictures. We got to go back. Man, you know what I like about black people back in the day? They had afros. I bet I can go find Angela Davis right now and she ain't got alopecia.
Unmanipulated.
Because she ain't got alopecia. She got a fucking afro, bro. Right? Somebody trying to tell me it's hereditary, bro. Everything is hereditary, bro. But nothing, like, there's never been an example of everything passing from hereditary. So to tell me that it's hereditary is stupid, because nobody has isolated the one gene that passes alopecia, for example. So to say it's hereditary is not really a good argument. It just sounds good to say.
It's hereditary is to say that they didn't manipulate their hair whatsoever.
Facts.
And somehow their hair disappeared.
Just facts.
As a woman.
They started bringing up utes and shit.
It was estrogen based, and estrogen literally excruciates hair. Like, that's what estrogen is here for, to put hair everywhere on a female's body. So yeah, it's easy to say that, especially when you have motives and intentions and biases, because you are a hairdresser who needs clientele. You could say it's hereditary all you want, but we know that damn tight ass hairstyle ain't healthy for you.
Right, and I tell you, we've been doing these different things, to protective hairstyle, this, that. We played ourselves right into the fucking into the master's hand. So yeah, we about to can you go to the next one? But yeah, he was saying just Gen Zs and millennials, they switching through everything. Like Empress was saying, maybe it might just be funds, and then that's another thing where if you have a company, you can't depend on these type of people, right? Because funds may be a problem. So that's why I made the age as far as millennials, because I wanted to just let y'all know, like, these people are a little bit older, right? So it's not just completely a bunch of young people that may not have their finances in order, right? Some of this is literally people saying, nah. And that's the thing too, millennials, Empress, Gen Zs ain't it, but millennials, they very skeptical of the system. So maybe they might just be like, nah, I might just re-sign up on my dog shit. They charging me an upgrade fee. Right? We look at the system a little bit more skeptical. Right? A lot of millennials literally was born in those 80s. Didn't see a lot of that shit. Right? I mean, millennials, 80s. I want to say 88 possibly. Higher 80s, but they in the 80s, maybe a little bit lower than that, but 88, because I know Lido got to be a millennial. I don't want to say 88, but I'm Robinhood extended hours. The first thing, I mean, one of the things that the young lady said was, I'm glad they got extended hours. It's all fine and dandy, but I hope people aren't just panic buying dips.
And wait, is this extended hours for gold or extended hours in general?
That's what I was trying to figure out, because they always said they had extended hours. The hours was always technically till 6 on Robinhood, even a year ago. Yeah, but you couldn't make a trade to 4. So I don't know. Maybe you had to have gold to trade until 6, because I never was able to trade until 6. But after 4 or after whatever time the market closed, I still see the stocks and stuff still moving. So I'm like, oh, okay, so it ain't done yet. And then you'll see 6 and it say after hours. And it's like, oh, okay. So whatever the situation is, right, Now, what they may be introducing is something wide based, where it's like, yo, you can trade up until this time, kind of like how Weeble has it, right? Where you can trade up until that time, just on the regular account, right? There's different levels, and you get different perks for those things. But as far as the extended hours, you can do that, because if you don't have the extended hours, then people leave and go to another place where they can trade a little bit longer. If I can trade a little bit longer on Weeble, that may help me with a stock. If I can trade a little bit longer on Fidelty or TD Ameritrade, wherever I can go and possibly trade a little bit longer, right? So it's all about competition. But one thing she said, Empress, which is what we always pride ourselves on, is I hope they're doing education over there. I hope they're going over there, and I hope it's games where you can earn points or earn something that you can put towards something over there. Right? I hope it's not just you getting extended hours and you trying to figure all this stuff out. Another thing the brother mentioned is hopefully with these extended hours, they're able to get the flow better. Because remember last time they said that flow got backed up and this had we had to divert some trades, we had to shut some trades off, all this crazy stuff. Hopefully with the extended hours, they're able to extend things throughout the day a little bit more to get everything fulfilled. Right. So Robinhood is up. Right. Maybe a lot of people seen a lot of information. I think they're about 14% today or something to that effect. Right. So maybe a lot of the news and a lot of that stuff just kind of made people feel good.
Hit one of their uptrends.
Or they hit one of the uptrends, and like I said, we can
4 hour, 2 hour.
We can check that easily, nigga. So yeah, a lot of this stuff may seem like just news, but we can go check it and exactly let you know what's going on. But I'm ready for you, Empress.
Okay. Will low U.S. recession risk rise in the months ahead? The odds of a U.S. economic contraction in the immediate future remain low, but blowback from the Ukraine war and elevated inflation risk could quickly change the calculus. Article by James Sereno, updated March 29, 2022.
Man, you gotta shout Empress out, bro. Empress really be blessing y'all, bro. Y'all be really getting a spot on the national televised show, bro. National syndicated show, man.
Oh yeah, they're doing some work.
Nah. Yeah, they deserve it though. Yeah, I ain't knocking them.
All right, the odds of a U.S. economic contraction. I remember that one time with that terrible article from Aaron Rodgers, and I was like, everybody's gonna get called out.
So yeah.
To know you by name.
Okay, that makes sense.
Good or bad.
Good or bad facts. Just so the audience, because look, we always brag about source information, so the audience can make their own decision. Yo, who said this stupid shit?
Okay, so again, what's his name?
Pisarino.
James Pisarino. All right, the odds of a U.S. economic contraction, blowback, Ukraine war, read all that. Data published today, however, still indicates that the economy will continue to expand for the near term. New hard numbers support last week's upbeat profile, which featured a survey-based GDP proxy soft data that reflected stronger growth for March. Specifically, updates of the Philly Fed's ADS Business Cycle Index and the New York Fed's Weekly Economic Index point to an ongoing expansion through the middle of this month. Let's start with the multi-factor ADS data, which indicates moderately better than average economic conditions via the current above zero reading through March 18th. Although this index can be noisy in the short term, its current print suggests that recession risk is low. A deeply negative reading below negative 3.0, according to one estimate, would indicate a contraction, but that tipping point is a distant threat at the moment. This is a chart of sorts. The New York Fed's Weekly Economic Index, which uses a mostly different set of hard numbers, paints a similarly upbeat profile. The current reading through March 19th suggests that economic impact is increasing at a pace in line with recent history. In other words, a moderate expansion remains intact. While growth is still conspicuous through mid-March, parts of the Treasury yield curve appear set to invert, short rates above long rates, which would be widely seen as a forecast that a recession is approaching. Notably, the spread for 2- and 10-year rates has been flattening recently and is close to going negative. By contrast, the 3-month and 10-year spread is still positive by a relatively wide degree, a conflicting signal that implies the economic outlook remains skewed toward growth. Some of the 2 to 10 shape is down to the fact this is a far more aggressively priced Fed cycle than usual. The notion of how quickly the Fed will move is very front-loaded, says Tim McGrath, head of EMEA macro strategy at State Street. I suspect we will get a growth slowdown, but will it lead to a recession? It may be next year's story. Households will want to see the fuel prices coming down, but generally household balance sheets are in a pretty good shape. Incoming data in the weeks ahead could be unusually critical inputs for deciding how or if to change the current low recession risk analysis. Several updates on the tap for this week will draw wide attention, including tomorrow's estimate, Wednesday, March 30th, of private sector hiring for March via the ADP employment report, followed by the Labor Department's payrolls update for this month. That's going to be Friday, April 1st. On both fronts, economists are expecting another round of solid month gains based on the consensus forecast via econoday.com. If accurate, making the case that a new recession is imminent, we'll need to focus on other indicators. A key variable that could negatively change the outlook, increasingly hawkish policy tightening by the Federal Reserve as it tries to tap down elevated inflation risk. The Fed is well aware of the tremendous stakes here for sure, but in some cases, these are unknown circumstances, observes David Wessel, director of the Hutchinson Center on Fiscal and Monetary Policy at the Brookings Institution. Excuse me. They are aware they may wind up needing to be very aggressive on rate hikes, and to do so could cause a significant recession. That is the conclusion of that article.
Okay. And I'm throwing this boy in there too.
Happy New Year!
But this is the John I'm running down. Yeah, I don't know why I can't post it there. In fact, let me.
Oh, that's not the video?
No. I got a video I'm about to run down, but let me breeze through that. I'll breeze through some of it. Says Biden budget proposes tax hike on married.
And
right, married filers making more than $450,000.
Go give it up.
President Joe Biden is proposing hiking the top marginal income tax rate to 39.6% from 37%, 2% hike.
For married? Over 450?
Yeah.
Oh, Joe Biden really trying to split families up.
But this was not. This is doing the income tax first. So first he raised the income tax to what he's proposing to raise it to 39%. Higher rates may apply to married couples with taxable income of $450,000, heads of household above $425,000, and single filers making $400,000. Proposal may be difficult to pass based on goddamn passing experts. And when I say that, I'm talking about policy experts. They it don't sound likely. But Biden's proposing it.
So President Joe Biden released his 2023 federal budget request on Monday, calling to hike the top marginal income tax rate 39.6% from 37%.
President Biden is seeking new tax reporting rules for cryptocurrencies in his budget proposal, aiming to raise about $11 billion from digital assets.
Chill out. Calm down. You got you next, okay?
That's your friend that's been living in Nattys. Or where's she from? You know, I don't know, boy.
Sis ain't no kidding me with that thing on her head. Once she take that off, she might be my sister, but right now she's European.
She's from the EU.
Yeah, but
she's from the EU.
A proposal floated by the administration last year. So the higher rates apply to married couples filing together with taxable income. Okay, you read all this.
Yeah, I ran down majority of the little fluff in the top. So now I just want to kind of get into the article. Just not too much. Just kind of see if there's anything super important that stand out in there. Did he say anything about the crypto tax in there?
All right. So higher rates apply to married couples filing together with taxable income over $450,000. Okay, head of house. So they're saying 400K for single filers making more than 400K and 225 for married taxpayers filing separately.
Okay.
So if you're married and you make 225,000 or more, expect an increase. Well, they're trying to increase the amount of taxes you pay.
But if you're single, you can make 4 bands by your swore 3 bands. If you're married, you can make 225. I mean, okay.
That's
right. So now the tax professionals for these millionaires and all these motherfuckers is trying to find loopholes again. Like I said, this ain't something that's gonna be passed, maybe or maybe not, but it's already a contingency plan for if something like this does.
At least 1 year, if they can. If enacted, the change may hit higher earners beginning after December 31st, 2022, and income thresholds may adjust for inflation after 2023. However, increases to income tax rates may be difficult to pass with previous pushbacks from Christian Sinema, Democrat from Arizona. Moreover, Democrats had a short window to reach an agreement before midterm election campaigns began ramping up. There weren't enough lawmakers in favor of raising the rate to 39.6% last year for it to make the cut, and the House passed reconciliation bill, said Eric York, senior economist and research manager at the Tax Foundation. And I don't see anything that has changed to make it easier in an election year. Howard Gleckman, senior fellow at the Urban Brookings Tax Policy Center, agrees that individual tax proposals, including an increase on the highest marginal income tax bracket, may not be politically viable. It's been years since the presidential budget actually went anywhere, he said, and this seems like another one that's kind of dead on arrival. With the Congressional Budget Office scoring already complete for many of Biden's past proposals, there's a potential for Democrats to move quickly on an agreement. However, a lot depends on Senator Joe Manchin, a Democrat from West Virginia, who blocked the House version of Biden's Build Back Better, and his willingness to restart negotiations.
I'm talking about Manchin destroyed that Build Back Better nonsense.
That boy had a mansion,
bro, and then
stood strong.
And then you seeing Sinema still, right? Sinema and Manchin, but they saying Manchin, he had a rally just recently. They said it was so much goddamn Republicans there. I'm like, yo,
bro, he saved the day.
He saved the U.S. Biden would have had us fucked over,
bro.
Imagine if that shit would have happened with Ukraine after Biden would have did all that money.
Biden was off rip, like, yo, raise the taxes right now. Here, I'm trying to raise them. Hurry up! I need at least 3 years. Biden trying to set up for at least 1 year of tax hikes.
The Ukraine shit, by the way, that's a little different. Boy, Biden would have got that shit passed.
Oh man, it's sounding different now.
You're not 100% fact, but imagine how short our situation would have been. Like, shit would have been dire. If Biden would have been able to get all that money out,
because they were not accounting or calculating for
nothing.
Biden's 2023 federal budget also asked for a billionaire minimum tax, a 20% income tax rate for the top 0.01% of earners and families with wealth exceeding 100 million, among other revenue raisers, which policy experts say may be a tough sell. Tough sell. That's a tough robbery, my guy. You can get that. You robbing boys. You robbing them.
It's tough sell. Hey, the government always try to allocate funds like this too. Just take funds and just give it to somebody for what? So they can make the rich people richer.
Just take funds and give it to themselves.
Like they about to buy more stuff. Like what would help? Like what would help me with more money, man? You got to give me some shit. Give me some breaks or something, goddamn. Some knowledge, some money in a company. What I need to get paid on some dividends. I've been hearing white boys say they living off dividends. Where the dividends at? We playing around, man. But I'm about to find a clip from this rich white guy too while Empras played his black lady.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, President Biden is seeking new tax reporting rules for cryptocurrencies in his budget proposal, aiming to raise about $11 billion from digital asset traders. For more on that, let's bring in our crypto reporter, Yahoo Finance's own Jennifer Schonberger. Jen, what can you tell us about this?
Good afternoon, Rochelle. That's right. President Biden looking to raise taxes on the ultra wealthy and corporations, but also tucked inside that budget proposal, new tax reporting requirements for crypto. The U.S. Treasury offering up 4 new tax proposals for crypto, including expanding tax treatment for securities lending involving crypto, requiring more tax reporting on foreign owners in crypto transactions, expanding reporting tax requirements for foreign crypto accounts in excess of 50,000. So essentially allowing the U.S. and foreign countries to share information with each other about crypto trades made on domestic exchanges.
Huh?
What you was saying?
The expanding report tax requirements for foreign crypto accounts less than 50,000.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they looking at such small accounts?
Run it. Let me see something. Play it.
Exchanges and share that information with each other for tax purposes, as is already done with traditional securities like stocks. Now, this proposal would also seek to elect allow traders to elect to mark their crypto trades to market. So essentially, when you mark to market, you recognize that day's current value at the end of that session. Now, Treasury is not classifying crypto as a security or a commodity. They believe it stands as its own asset class. And as you mentioned, these proposals, Treasury says, could raise as much as $11 billion over the next 10 years, with nearly half of that coming from the mark-to-market proposals. Now, Roger Brown, global head of tax strategies at Chainalysis, says that this is an acknowledgement that this is a serious asset class. He says it acknowledges that they're a mature asset class that should be treated on par from a tax perspective with traditional financial assets like stocks and bonds. He says, I think it will accelerate adoption of digital assets, Web3 assets as a sensible business model and as an asset class. So, Rochelle, again, these are simply proposals at this time from the administration. They would need to be approved by Congress and become law before they are implemented. Now, notoriously, these budget proposals are not implemented through law, but analysts, including Hr.s over at Cowen Securities, believes that these proposals have enough support by lawmakers and could be tucked into other sorts of legislation, including potentially a narrower version of that Build Back Better bill. Rochelle?
So then in terms of goals, you mentioned mark to market. Is that a way to crack down on tax evasion? And how does the industry see this?
Yeah, so 2 points there. One, yes, the government does see this as a way to crack down on tax evasion, and also by sharing information with foreign governments and vice versa, that gives them the information on their crypto trades so that they can affix the appropriate taxes to those gains as needed. But I also want to note that the industry sees this as a potential positive because it could include rules of the road. They have such a data headache right now to track all of those trades, to go from their digital wallet to trading on a US exchange like Coinbase, to then go trade on an international crypto exchange like Binance, and then have to trace all of that and figure out what their cost basis is. They would actually welcome these new rules.
A lot of moving parts indeed. Thank you for getting us up to speed. Yeah.
Information on their crypto trades. Obviously, these budget proposals are not implemented through law, but analysts, including Hr.s over at Cowen Securities, believes that these proposals have enough support by lawmakers and could be tucked into other sorts of legislation, including potentially a narrower version of that Build Back Better bill. Rochelle?
So then in terms of goals, you mentioned mark to market. Is that a way to crack down on tax evasion? And how does the industry see this?
Yeah, so 2 points there. One, yes, the government does see this as a way to crack down on tax evasion, and also by sharing information with foreign governments and vice versa, that gives them the information on their crypto trades so that they can affix the appropriate taxes to those gains as needed. But I also want to note that the industry sees this as a potential positive because it could include rules of the road. They have such a data headache right now to track all of those trades, to go from their digital wallet to trading on a US exchange like Coinbase, to then go trade on an international crypto exchange like Binance, and then have to trace all of that and figure out what their cost basis is. They would actually welcome these new rules.
A lot of moving parts indeed. Thank you for getting us.
Right, so what you just explained right there towards the end, Empress, is that it's also good for the industry because you have to think about it. When you come from your digital wallet and you go on the exchange and then you maybe go to Binance, you don't know how to track your, like on Cash App, right? On Cash App, you can't really tell how to track your percentage. Like on Robinhood, you got to tell you, yo, this is your average cost. Robinhood, Cash App, you got to kind of look at everything and do numbers.
Yeah, manually.
Maybe you may go on Coinbase and they may tell you another number. So this is what she's saying. She says it's good for the industry also because now it's easy to see what your numbers are. Now you can see your average cost all across everybody's board.
You try to back talk me with a bill.
You try to back talk.
Like, oh, you're gonna get a nice little spreadsheet of what you owe. Fuck off. Like,
it makes it easier though, because you have to think about it. Would you like to just be looking around the whole time? Cool. Let's listen to OG right here.
2008 economic downturn, Bernanke, head of the Fed at the time, said we got to get the economy turned around. What's the best way to get the economy turned around is to create wealth. How do you create wealth? You get the stock market up. The trouble is 80% of stocks are owned by 20% of the people. Okay. And then we spent the next 15, 20 years trying to get the money back from the wealthy people by having it.
We're just gonna have a moment of silence for OG. Stephen, you a zero. Stephen, did you hear the brother? Stephen, did you hear the brother? I'm gonna have to play the brother. The brother said some really, really wise words. Let me pause this really fast. Let me pass that really fast. Pass the kush to me like I'm Reggie Bush. Listen to what the brother says.
Around what's the best way to get has been greater.
Exactly.
You know, and the income disparity to some degree results from government policy. You know, in the 2008 economic downturn.
I'm trying to play shit about 2008 economic downturn, and I downturned. Empress, I can get your you got your device bot?
Oh shoot.
I can't believe I just died like that in front of the folks. My phone just passed out like that in front of the people. He ain't dead, folks. He just sleeping. Empress told me the other day, nigga, I said some shit was dead. Empress said you can't say nothing dead, bro. Dead is the epitome of life. That's why everybody like caterpillars and butterflies. Nobody like caterpillars. People
scream like that.
People scared to die. They're scared to die.
Everybody want to go to heaven now.
Yeah, all they know is butterfly. You don't ever really just see them die. We don't know where they die at. We see dead butterflies. You rarely. You just don't see a butterfly just dead as fuck on the ground. They fly.
I did before, a black and yellow one.
But now when you go closer, you like, oh, you still like a caterpillar under you. Do they still like a caterpillar, or is their body small?
They look more like a dragonfly.
They got a big body though.
Mm-hmm. Not as big as a dragonfly, but
they don't got a caterpillar body. You don't think?
Long gone.
I got comments in the comment section. That's a good thing. I may see people in your comment section.
I have a negative return on savings.
They work for me. They work for me, Empress. Yeah, I got them in there. And what they doing is they post it. They getting timestamp for videos that I need.
You got them on the payola scheme.
Payola. Is it worse today than ever before? It's getting worse because income disparity has been greater.
Exactly.
You know, and the income disparity to some degree results from government policy. You know, in the 2000.
So he basically asked, has it always been like this when people hated the rich people? He said, yeah, to an extent, but it's getting worse because the income disparities. And now he's explaining to an extent it has a lot to do with government policy. So now he's going to tell you one of the first ways. And now you can just think about this and be like, huh. So that's why this man is so addicted to telling me about buying goddamn stocks and shit. Okay, cool. Watch this.
Economic downturn, Bernanke, head of the time, said we got to get the economy turned around. What's the best way to the economy turned around is to create wealth. How do you create wealth? You get the stock market up. Trouble is 80% of stocks are owned by 20% of the people. Okay, and then we spent the next 15, 20 years trying to get the money back.
20% of the people.
80% of the stocks. Imagine that. 20 on 80. And the way to get the country back right, the way to say, yo, we're out of a recession, Empress, is to see the health of the stock market. So you have to get the stock market up to get the recession off your back. And in doing that, you give so much wealth is transferred to the stockholders' hand. 80% of those motherfucking stocks, the shares of all these companies are owned by 20% of the people. And that sound 20%, that sound big to y'all, but y'all not even thinking about how much these big companies own. So the 20% really small in comparison to how much it's a lot of numbers just divvied out. So you gotta get focused. So there's only 20% left for everybody else to play with. Everybody else got 20% to play with. Some people may have some people may be in bad companies. Some people may have bought in the bear market before, so they haven't bought again. It's so many different factors, bro. But what he just said should tell y'all why we're so hell-bent on telling y'all that there's one way to really, really, really gain that wealth like you really think you want it. Like y'all talking about Elon right now, bro. Elon, besides that big PayPal mafia situation we explained to y'all, bro, Tesla went from $300 or whatever it was, bro, before the pandemic and whatever it fell to a ban. Tesla went from like 10th or something low like that to number 1. Share price fell. Jeff Bezos took a little lead because he got Amazon. Y'all fucking
beef.
Yeah, what you mean? Jeff Bezos and Elon are smashing the same chick.
Wall Street Journal and Jeff Bezos out. Or wait, the Washington Post, right? That's which one does he own? I think it's Washington Post.
I can see you being Washington Post. You know, I think he had moved the headquarters to Washington. Something he's doing in Washington.
Wait, Elon or Amazon?
Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah, the Amazonian brother. But yeah, so Empress, that's why we shut people with these stocks. They be trying to shy away from it, like, bro, I don't know what you talking about. Bro, the only way to get the market back right, meanwhile, I say with the market, I'm talking about the country, is to get the stock market up. They say Russia right now is going through hell because they stock market, all the companies lost such and such percentage of wealth.
Funding.
State funding. That's all it's about, bro. It has nothing to do with nothing else. So now, you know what? They think they smart. So they say, yo, you need to hate them. You know what we're going to do? We're going to attack them. So this is what Biden doing, Empress. Listen to this second part.
Wealthy people by having a negative return on savings, which is a disincentive. We've had screwed up policies. I listened to to get the stock market up. Trouble is 80% of stocks are owned by 20% of the people. Okay. And then we spent the next 15, 20 years trying to get the money back from the wealthy people by having a negative return on savings, which is a disincentive. We've had screwed up policy.
Negative return on savings, which is a disincentive. High ass taxes, disincentives. You basically saying, yo, I'm not incentivizing you for nothing, bro. You wanna have a good company?
So it's literally putting a gun to their head and telling them, you better put your money in the stock market. We're gonna eat it.
Right, because that's all they can do, and it seemed like they just doing some shit where they buying the stocks for no reason. But this is a way to avoid some stuff, and this is a way to actually keeping y'all killing me, bro. Y'all killing me. I don't have no money, bro. I just owned equity in this company, bro. I just got shares. Bro.
I'm just trying to think though, because since Oh yeah, that's what I was
listen
gonna
to these
ask.
people. The trouble is 80% of stocks are only 20% of
Yeah.
Oh, okay. As far as them making us pay more to borrow money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whose money are they borrowing? And are we gonna get some of the money that you guys are taxing them to borrow? Our money that are in banks or wherever they're at? Like, is the interest rate gonna go up in the savings accounts, or is it gonna be that same little percentage they give you?
Yeah, see, this is all about the country's stability and the balance books and make sure this is balanced and that ain't got nothing to do with people.
So if you have too much money, oh well, we're just gonna take some of that from
you. Feel me? It never translates to the actual people. That's why I'm telling you, we have to get some type of financial education.
Mm-hmm.
When there's a situation where 80% of the fucking stocks are owned by 20% of the people, that's a problem.
Yeah, for
we
sure.
need to figure out how can we get more people in. Like I told you, I heard a brother speaking and it made me so upset. He was like, don't worry about stocks and bonds and you don't know about that stuff. Get you some real estate. And I'm like, cool. I'm not mad at that either. But if everything crashes, bro, I understand the real estate. I understand it's an asset. I understand the whole nine yards. But imagine you got a stock that you done own for 10 years. Even if all things go to shit, you're getting paid dividends. Especially if you got one of them good companies that pay dividends no matter what's going on, you get that dividends. Those stocks always come back roaring. You could buy the dip. You could invest that dividend back into the dip and just get your average cost down. When it roars back up, you like, damn. You feel me? So we have to get some ownership in some type of stocks, bro. I understand what you're saying, bro, but BlackRock and Blackstone, them guys, some boys own a lot of securities, bro. A lot of securities, my guy.
Blackstone or Rock?
Both of them. Blackstone was actually the big brother of BlackRock. BlackRock was started by my brother Larry Fink. But Blackstone was already from the brother from Citadel.
Mm-hmm.
So he blessed bruh, so which is why they got that BlackRock Blackstone name. Mm-hmm. He kind of blessed him and was like, well, shit, yeah, I fuck with you. We're going to start this up together. And he said, bruh, end up selling it. Him and the brother that started it together end up selling it.
Okay.
Right, so And like I said,
Is
BlackRock.
Vanguard anything to do with it? That's all.
Yeah, that's different. But BlackRock had a different dream. Like I said, Blackstone is still doing their thing too. All right, yeah, Blackstone was first, and then BlackRock came after them because BlackRock the one that's dumbing out. Blackstone was first.
Okay.
Yeah, Blackstone was the first one, and then BlackRock came under them. They ended up selling the business, but they had a whole thing where they developed some type of computer programming to trade securities, and you know that they do money management. Nevertheless, over the fucking years,
This
and yeah.
So they size.
They own everything. Nah, they money managers and asset managers. Yeah, these niggas. These cats are out of their mind. With like they literally own the world, right? The amount of capital these motherfuckers got, bro, is crazy. I'm gonna tell you the number too.
Okay, and then we spent the next 15, 20 years trying to get the money back from the wealthy people by having a negative return on savings, which are disincentive. We've had screwed up policies. I listen to these people. We don't need a wealth tax. Raise the marginal income tax. Get rid of 1030, which enables these real estate guys to roll forward indefinitely, get capital gains taxation. Eliminate carried interest, special taxation for hedge funds and private equity firms. That would be huge. Get rid of the loopholes. You know, I have no problem paying more in taxes, but what I love quoting is Thomas Sowell, the black conservative economist. He says, "In this era of social justice, what is your fair share of what someone else has worked for?" Now, you speak to Bernie Sanders, who's a communist. He's not a socialist. He's a communist. He says a marginal tax rate 90%. You speak to Elizabeth Warren, she says 70%. You speak to Paul Krugman, New York Times, 64%. You know, I'm willing to work 6 months for the government, 6 months for myself. I have no problem with progressive income tax structure. I think the biggest question we have to confront as a nation today is what should the maximum tax rate be on wealthy people? Because that will define the revenue yield to the government. The government's got to size themselves to that revenue yield. And I'm willing to work 6 months for the government, 6 months for myself. And that sounds about right and fair. Beyond that, I think it becomes confiscatory. I want to give away. I work my money. I want to give it away. I don't want the government giving it away. So you know.
All right, that's where I wanted to end that. But we're about to finish off with this little article because the FUD is still here. Empress, do you have a way to pull up the my bad, you could just pull up the YouTube video? I want to see the thumbnail really fast. Nah, because you got to read the article. Just read the article. Do you think?
Okay. Bitcoin's massive energy use faces $5 million shame campaign from environmental groups. Environmental groups push Bitcoin to emulate Ethereum, adopt proof of stake.
Okay, so proof of stake has nothing to do with decentralization. So I'm gonna tell you. I don't know how it was said. I don't know how I should say it. I don't know if I even should say it any other way. Proof of stake got nothing to do with decentralization. Which is why a lot of people was like, Ethereum just did some shit, made them not trustworthy. Because before there was proof of work. They planned on going proof of stake though, so right, they always said they were gonna do it, but they didn't do it. They just got the new extension. I can't remember the number. I think it's ERC 20, ERC, one of these numbers where, you know, just whatever the situation is. These guys is now a centralized type of guy. These guys, they're not decentralized no more. Nevertheless, this is what they want Bitcoin to do because this is energy FUD. Energy FUD here, energy FUD there. Right? They saying this is because of this and that's because of that. But nobody is truly explaining to us what's going on and why these people is so against the situation. Biden talking about crypto tax. This going on. Now they coming out, like I said, with the energy FUD. They saying,
I told you somebody came up to me and was like, you Bitcoin people.
You told me that.
So there's probably a disdain for people who own Bitcoin.
We watch people scar up Teslas.
Oh my gosh. If you own a Tesla,
run.
There are haters around you. At every fucking parking lot you go to, boy, you better put those cameras on that Tesla.
Babe, but if you own anything, people stealing people catalytic converters, people stealing people everything right now. They're saying the price of precious metal went up. So we definitely need to go to the scrap yard and try to scrap some shit. Yo, those not precious. Those right there went down.
Okay, I'll take them back then and figure out how to process them myself.
The unprecious guys went down.
Alrighty. Bitcoin has a voracious appetite. Ferocious appetite for energy. A foundational characteristic of the cryptocurrency that some environmental groups say they are hoping to change. A new pressure campaign called Change the Code, Not the Climate launched Tuesday, and it's seeking to encourage Bitcoin luminaries like Elon Musk, Jack Dorsey, Abby Johnson, CEO of Fidelty Investments, to push for changes that would slash Bitcoin's energy use. The campaign is being organized by advocacy organizations, Greenpeace, and the Environmental Working Group. Chris Larson, who co-founded Ripple Labs, a cryptocurrency and payments company that has pledged $5 million to fund the campaign through his participation, is reportedly not on behalf of the company.
Oh, so it's XRP.
You think so?
Ripple?
I was just thinking it was another one, but yeah.
Nah, Ripple Labs, they the same guy. They had to change their name from the weird little SEC situation. But
I should have put that ticker to make sure.
Go up really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Who is this lady from Fidelity? I'm rocking with her.
Abby Johnson.
She got something to do with Bitcoin. I'm investing in Fidelity eventually. I gotta see if they pay out
Trump
dividends.
Supporter, Trump 2020 is an American anti-abortion activist who previously worked at
She anti-abortion
as a clinic director, but resigned. Woo. In October 2009, she states that she resigned after watching an abortion on ultrasound.
She anti-abortion?
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Shout you out, sis.
I gotta invest in her.
Hey, Abby. We love you.
And she the CEO of Fidelity?
She is the...
I'm seeing it right here. You ain't saying it right here?
No. This gotta be another Abby.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's flagged up. Either way, it seems like I might just have to rock with all the Abbies. Commit Empress. Remember me and you was rocking with other Abby that run for Kentucky, the fast white girl. We weren't rocking with her, but she fast. And she wasn't
the 200 runner.
She didn't have any Abby.
Yeah, she was a runner, bro.
Abby.
Fast feet. Happy feet. Fast feet. Happy. Her feet are gay. Those are gay feet.
That's Abigail?
Abigail Parapont Johnson is an American billionaire businesswoman. Since 2014, Johnson has been president and chief executive officer of American investment firm Fidelty Investments and chair of its international sister company, Fidelty International.
Abigail, when I say I'm glad that I have a team, I'm glad that I have a team, Abigail. We almost ran past you and made you
anti-abortion Trump supporter. My next
yo, and we got such a big audience too that it would have been fucked up that the stock would have plummeted probably tomorrow. It'd have been news station picking this up. Hey, CEO Fidelity said this. Yo, chill out. She's not that controversial.
She's a Trump supporter, just like those Activision guys. Like, what's wrong with these folks, man? Why do they want people's heads on sticks?
What?
Yes.
She got a frat office, bro. What are you talking about?
Change the code, not the climate. Launched an investigation to put Elon, Jack Dorsey, and Abby Johnson heads on sticks, bro. That's what I'm reading right now. What's wrong with these folks? Do they want some attention? Did mommy and daddy not give them enough?
Man, I seen Ripple have something to do with it, bro.
But yeah, alrighty. So Bitcoin profiligates energy use. Profligate. Interesting word there. And the carbon pollution associated with it are rooted in the cryptocurrency's proof of work approach to validating transaction on its blockchain. Isn't this all going to be over? Or they're saying the blockchain is going to be using energy as well once they're done mining all the coins?
Mm-hmm. They're saying everything is too much for them.
Proof of work requires participants to crunch ever more challenging cryptographic proofs to perform the validations and earn Bitcoin as a reward. Mm-hmm. As mining Bitcoin has become harder, the network has drawn more energy, as much energy as entire countries. A recent estimate by the Cambridge Center, Cambridge Analytica, for alternative finance found that Bitcoin,
alternative finance.
Sounds really homosexual.
That's what I'm saying. That like alternative nigga wrote this article.
Cambridge Center for Alternative Finance.
What do you mean alternative finance, bro?
I guess Bitcoin is alternative. It's not the traditional crap load.
Bitcoin is orthodox.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, everybody else crip.
Orthodox finance.
Ooh, that's the name of our brand.
Let's go. Found that Bitcoin consumes more energy on an annualized basis than Norway. This is a big problem, in part because of where the industry stands now, but also because of our concerns about its growth. Michael Brune, a former executive director of Sierra Club, who is advising the campaign, told The Guardian. Coal plants which were dormant or slated to be closed are now being revived and solely dedicated on Bitcoin mining. Gas plants, which in many cases were increasingly economically uncompetitive, are also now being dedicated to Bitcoin mining. We are seeing this all across the country, he said. To counter the resulting criticism, some miners have shifted to buying renewable energy to power their rigs, but Brune and Larson counter that that's not sufficient. Indeed, there's no excess of renewable power that goes unused. No, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm reading wrong.
Excess of renewable power right now.
Yeah, okay. I was on this line right here.
Okay.
All right, so excess of renewable power right now, and for the climate's sake, any renewable power that goes unused should probably be stored for later use. If anything, the continued operation of fossil fuel power plants suggests that there's not a surplus of cheap renewable power or storage. Whew.
Going, my bad.
The campaign is hoping to prod Bitcoin into reducing its energy use by 99.9%. Wow, just shut it off, huh? By switching to so-called proof of stake, where validators who own the blockchain's coins stake some of their coins. The group was likely inspired by Ethereum, which is in the process of work to proof of stake, with the goal of slashing its energy use by 99%. Ethereum's migration could serve as a cautionary tale, though. Founder Vitalik Buterin said that the process was taking far longer than expected. We thought it would take 1 year to implement proof of stake, but it actually has taken around 6 years, he said, at the Start Me Up HK virtual festival in May 2021. Currently, the switch is expected to take place in the next few months. I was just on, what's it called? It's John, and he was talking about how they just got robbed. They needed 5 out of 9 signatures, and they were able to get 5 signatures to steal a certain amount of Ethereum and USDC.
There's a multi-sig that got robbed.
Yes. So I don't know. Anything Ethereum doing, I think we should be weary of it, because this ish right here don't make any sense. It won't be that long. Just close your eyes and it'll be done before you know it. Because their complaint right now is that it's harming the environment, as if other stuff isn't harming the environment. And this is for a temporary moment. They won't. I don't think it's going to be 99%.
The whole time.
Babe, you can get that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't think it's going to be 99% the whole time, but it's just like we can wait. Like they say 2040 is when the last Bitcoin is going to be mined, but I don't believe that to be true, because they're putting mining things everywhere. You heard them replace, like, everywhere that was slated, closed, and abandoned is now being revamped into Bitcoin mining spaces.
No, but it don't matter, because
you can only mine a certain amount.
So
is that why they do the whole hash situation?
Mm-hmm. So you can only, once you get a certain amount, I think it's on the 250.
And is it like a race to get the most for the year, or like what is it?
Yeah,
like probably. You can only do a certain amount with your servers.
You can mine, and that's the thing, because you're not only mining Bitcoin, right? But you're mining Bitcoin too. But you have to do. Well, I guess you're mining Bitcoin because you got to do the proof of situation like that. But yeah, it's different angles to it, right? Where you're validating transactions and different things like that. You may be mining other things. So you just want as much computation for you some people just need a lot of computer power. But I'm just trying to think, even with the renewable energy, what OG mean that it ain't? What do you mean?
That's a good question.
He said there ain't no renewable energy. Man, nigga sound like he sound like this dude right here. Man, that's crazy, Empras. The man says no renewable energy on Earth.
To counter the resulting criticism, some miners have shifted to buying renewable energy to power their rigs. But Brune and Larson counter that that's not sufficient. Indeed, there's no excess of renewable power right now. And for the climate's sake, any renewable power that goes unused should probably be stored for later use.
So if we buying it, where we getting it from if there's no excess? If people buying renewable energy,
like, are they saying the sun is done? Like, what are they saying? I'm confused.
Some people use. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's people that using the fuck out of solar, but maybe they saying you can't use too much solar energy.
Y'all draining the sun.
The sun will burn up, bro. I'm trying to figure out where the angles at, bro. This should sound like it sound fuddy. It sound fuddy. Everything today sound fuddy. It sound like Bitcoin's running too hot. The FUD monsters came out.
It said, "Hold your horses."
The FUD monsters came out angry. They said, "Joe, let me look into that. Those claims that you're making. Are you saying that Bitcoin has a monthly uptrend coming next to try to retest what 60 and 9? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that this year." So now everybody's scared. Everybody's fucking scared. But it's okay. Because you know who they really are. Empress, can you show me who they really are on that thumbnail? Because I want everybody to understand that the big scary bear that everybody thought was out, he's here again. He's here again. He's here again looking like a clownfish. Who's scared of this guy? Puffy, soft. His eyes, though, I guess he thinks he look mean. And you know, pictures is worth 1 billion words, right? You see a bear chilling there, and zoom out a little bit, Empress. Let's see what he's chilling under. Let's go right above him.
Black Wall Street Bets.
Black Wall Street Bets.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video for sure.
All that.
Right, but you see, he in this big mining facility. This is one of those motherfuckers that come around and check shit. What their name is? People that come check up on shit.
Maintenance.
Like the person that you kind of was. Remember when you used to go
inspectors?
Be like, hey,
auditors?
Where your phones at? You got your phones? Let me see your business phone.
Where's your shredder? Do you have LexisNexis? What's
right.
your password?
So this is this guy right here. Mm-hmm. And he's representing the environmental group. You hear the $5 million campaign from the environmental bears.
Oh, this is a Trojan horse bear.
You feel me? That's why I said pictures are worth 1,000 words. Say Bitcoin's massive energy. Right? And right in the back, you see all these mining rigs that they say getting a bunch of energy, but we like, yo, now we using a bunch of renewable energy. Now this bro come out and say, yo, there's no renewable energy out here. And if there is, make sure you're storing it for later. Nigga, shut up. You don't tell me how to fucking store my renewable energy, bro. I need to make some money. So nevertheless, it's a $5 million campaign from environmental bears. So I got this fluffy fuck sitting here. And I'm sorry for cursing for all the youths in the building, but we're not scared.
Talk about Brune and his minions.
Right? This is only a setup. This is only a setup for Amazing Bear. And when I say Amazing Bear, a bear is a bull. Whenever I tell you about the bull market, I'm telling y'all, yo, we need to start looking to sell. No, we're not gonna get out of the top, but we're not worried about that right now.
I need a beat. A bear is a bull.
A bear is a bull.
There's a bear. Am I building a bear?
That's you feeding the ducks. That's you feeding
duck
the
ass
ducks.
nigga. I'm about to watch you cross over to the bear market when you buy at 69.
Hey.
Cause you late again. You done lost a pretty dime.
A dime.
Cause you catapulted, capitulated at a loss. Yeah, you tripping cause you not tuned in to the Black Wall Street bets.
So you don't know how to bet. You don't know how to
Black
do
Wall
shit
Street
but lose your check.
It's a safe bet. Black Wall Street bets. You better make sure you check in. Black Wall Street bets. Ripple Labs is an American technology company which develops the Ripple payment protocol. Yeah, I said protocol.
Now go down.
And an exchange network.
Cause I told you they had something to do with XRP. I told you they was XRP. I told you they was XRP.
They protocol is called RTXP. I don't see nothing about XRP.
No, go down. I got stuff opened up for you, you little clown.
In the history?
No, what? In the history? Just go down, bro. Go down to the shits that I got open for you, bro. None of these are open for you.
Okay, I just went down and nothing was open.
See, maybe you refresh the page.
Yeah. I'll refresh it.
I can see you doing that too.
Wall Street bets. Black Wall Street bets. Black Wall Street bets. Black Wall Street bets.
Alright, so now it's two different ones. You can go to programs and projects, and you can go to this one too, but this is really the top boy.
In March of 2014, Crosspoint Ventures launched an accelerator which funds companies that work to advance the Ripple ecosystem. The firm funds accepted startups with up to $50,000, equivalent to $54,660 in 2020. In XRP, Ripple's native currency, in exchange for a 3% to 6% stake in a diluted common stock.
You a native to this
Mentorship
land.
and support is provided by Crosscoin and Ripple Labs Incorporated. Professor Ras Natty know his things. That boy go insane when it come to this information, man. You can call him a junkie, but I call him a genius, man.
You a native.
I call him a genius, man.
You a native to this land. I say peace, I may say Islam. I may say Islam. You a native. They say XRP is a native of Ripple. Ha. I guess I knew a little stickle.
Alrighty, guys, that is the conclusion.
I guess I knew a little bit. They seen me getting money, and I guess they seen my chips, but they didn't know I had dip. So with my chips, I dipped to the back.
Oh, with my chips and dip.
With my chips and dip. With my chips and dip. This is the greatest show on earth.
Can we get some?
This how you got John set up tonight. All right, this is what you got John set
Black
up.
Wall Street bets.
You got John set up different.
Black Wall Street bets. Oh, you talking about with the triggers?
Yeah, but it's good. You could just you could even just put the thumbnail to go out on. You can go put the thumbnail to go out on. These people know what's going on, man. Make sure you play you a Black Wall Street Bets video. You Make sure you subscribe to the moon. Look, she's out.
Oh, subscribe, guys. We only have 33 subscribers
over here on Black Wall Street Bets.
Yeah, we
man.
need to get to 1,000 by the end of the year for monetization purposes.
What by the end of the year? What you tripping?
Oh yeah, if they don't, then it restarts,
we
right?
Need to get to, man. And then when you're around people with small minds, bro, they'll shrink your goal. No, we try to get to 1,000 by the next month. Right, we right on the path. Like I said, we had another channel gaining a lot of ground really fast, right? So there's traction there right now. We just need people to make sure we subscribe to both channels, really and truly, just because we're gonna be back on that channel sooner than later.
April 4, 2022.
Right, so we're gonna be back on that channel a couple of days. So just make sure that you're on both channels with the subscription, just in case something like this happens again, where YouTube acts crazy with the channel and they say, yo, we don't want y'all to, whatever. When the algorithm start working in your favor, they say, yo, let us take them out of there. Because I don't know if y'all noticed, but the Wise Magi Godcast, we kind of own that. If you go on there right now and just type in Wise Magi Godcast, we popping up in 2 seconds, right? So they was fearing that. People was typing in Wise, people was typing in Magi, shit was just popping up. Like, goddamn, these niggas is Magi's. What is it? Wise. What is it? Godcast. We was everywhere. We was ubiquitous to the fucking space. So people got scared.
WMG,
man. But I was thinking about it too. Taco Tuesday. The brother Will Smith gonna lose some money for all that punching he want to do on camera. But his mother said that she never seen him lose. He never did this in his life. So he lied when he said his mama got scared. He got in one little fight. He ain't getting no fight.
He got a no little fight.
My dude said she never seen him
get boys no just fight. On his head.
What? What's on his head? Oh, but he just never lashed out on nobody. He's just big goof Will. Because he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. The
man smiled during, after, and before.
Nice guy.
Did you turn it down?
Nice guy.
He's
a nice guy. Young nice guy.
$1 million slap.
Yo, he's not
see a boy camera. Slap a boy while you all pretending in the back.
This may be Will right here doing the walkthrough at the facility. Make sure everything good. Hey, Will, man, you can't do that, bro. You gotta hear what my brother Jim Carrey said. We're gonna listen to Jim Carrey later, but Jim Carrey was not okay with that type of behavior.
Oh no, it's an attack on comedians, bro.
It's an attack on humans.
Comedians are like in the ugly corner right now. They want our head tops. I'm a comedian, y'all.
Oh yeah, you take the comedian shit serious. Yeah, but I know Godfrey will give it to you though.
Yo, I can do any voice.
I came out the back and they said Empress was on stage. I go out the Empress telling me to open up.
Killing it. She killed it and just never came back.
So now Empress thinking me and her got beef because I decided to not come back out because I was in my green room because I already did my thing. She's a new comedian. This is a new comedian though. I ain't fucking with no new comedian. This is Black.
I went up there crowd surfing, cracking on all the single females.
See, oh, you one of those hacky comedians.
Why you ain't got no mans? Where your mans at?
Yeah, you one.
Girls, a tough ass world out here. You should be out here by yourself.
You one of them niggas that come out.
You gonna want to come to the cops and be like, I got robbed, bitch. You should have.
You come out from behind the curtains looking for people. I'm talking about you. Yeah, they think you on dope the way you come out looking for everybody.
No, I'm gonna have some bits.
Fat guy in the back. Look at you, boy. Like you ate the show.
I'm gonna have some bits.
Yo.
I got children, bro. Children is like bits.
Oh, I thought you were jumping into a bit right now. I was quiet quick. I thought a bit would come in. I didn't turn my mic off.
You're not ready for my bits.
A little personal mic. Nobody not ready for your bits.
Nah.
Hey, bitize you. The Empress, run us out, man.
Alrighty, guys. That was the conclusion of episode 206 of the Black Wall Street Bets Taco Tuesday. We will be back on Friday with our Freestyle Friday segment. Until then, peace. Stay black, balanced, logical.